Morning, Gil. Chaos. It's early. I said good morning, Sprenheads. How's everybody out there today? Hopefully, we'll get to find out. I think we're going to post this up. So, my son, the other day, I got him to do a chore, and I got him to clean out the Meadows, my kitty cat, my kitty's litter box, and he commented yesterday morning. He said it smells like the devil's. I don't know if I can use the word that he used on this show. What kind of show are we doing here? Can we use? He said it smells like the devil's patootie. I think he said ass, but I don't know if we can say that on this show or not. But I laughed uproariously at that. I thought I'd share that with you. When you're next time you're cleaning your kitty cat's litter, it might smell like the devil's bum. And also, I'm going to share with you this too. My son, he ruined a song. The song is Every Breath You Take by the Police. If you don't know the song, okay, you can accept that. But the Police were one of the greatest rock bands of all time, and they wrote a song called Every Breath You Take, and it's amazing. And in it, there's a line where he says, "How my poor heart aches." But my son, when he was a little younger, he thought it said, "How," or no, not how. He thought it said, I'm gonna poo hard eggs. I'm gonna poo hard eggs. And that's funny. But it ruins the song forever. Like it just changes it forever. You can't hear Every Breath You Take and then not imagine somebody, maybe Sting, trying to poo a hard egg. That's what I've got for you this morning, folks. That's the deal. That is it. That and a new haircut. Got a new haircut. Got it all off. Short. Actually, Sean and I got the same haircut, which is kind of nice. He should be on very soon, I would think. We're still. There she be. Things are getting heated in Words of Radiance. Kaladin and Adeline not getting along so well. Ooh, it's cold down here. What's the deal? It's always cold down here. That reminds me of Groundhog Day. Okay, campers, rise and shine. And you better get your booties because it's cold out there. It's cold out there every day. What is this, Miami Beach? You guys excited for this new Ghostbusters movie? I'm very excited. I think there's potential. Got my Jiminy mug this morning. Jiminy. Jonathan. Where are you, Sean? He's not answering. That's okay. I'm the one who's up early. I'm a poo. So That song. I mean, it's going to change. That's it. It ruined it for everyone. My son did. My son is the one who came up with this thing. And there's another one I've heard. There's another one and another interpretation or misinterpretation of that lyric. And it's how my poo hole aches. There's a lot of poo going on this morning. My apologies for all this poo. A little bit of poo. But how I like the hard eggs. Hard eggs is just weird and funny. And it came out of him when he was a kid. He was laughing. And I said, what are you laughing at with this song? And he says, because he's saying he's going to poo hard eggs. I'm like, no, he's not. And then I listen back, and of course he is. Of course, Sting. It's exactly what he was saying in the studio with the police. That no, it's probably not what he said, but I think it's great. Every move you make, and every bond you break. It's kind of a creepy song. We need some people on the Ugly Mugs chat this morning. I'm all by my onesie. Oh.
Hey, you can hear me.
Recording in progress. Hi. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
How are you? New haircut?
Yeah, I got my haircut. Woohoo!
Feels good, right?
No.
It doesn't feel good?
Well, I just, I like long hair.
Why didn't you keep it?
Well, because people were starting to give me change.
I
wasn't looking so good.
You were looking just fine.
Well, thanks.
Thanks a lot.
Sir, thanks a lot. Thank you.
Speaking of sir, thanks a lot. Have you gone out to see the Green Knight yet?
I have not gone out to see the Green Knight. I want to. It's playing at a little theater in town. I haven't done it.
Just go by yourself.
I haven't done any of the movies I want to see lately. I've just been avoiding.
Been busy.
Yeah.
I'm on location right now. How do I sound echoey?
You sound like you're in a basement.
I am in a basement.
Okay, well, I'm in a basement.
Yeah, but you have like stuff around you.
I got stuff.
I'm on like a bar. It's pretty empty in here, so it's quite echoey. But yeah, I'm on location at my mom's place. My kids were at my mom's for a few days, and the wife and I came down yesterday to pick them up, and we decided to stay the night. And I brought my stuff just in case we did, so that I could do ugly mugs. The ugly.
It's the ugly this morning. It's pretty early.
Mm-hmm. It's pretty early. That means
I'm on my second
cup of coffee.
Yeah.
Technically, I'm on my second cup of coffee as well. But my first cup that I made, I put way too much sugar in, and I couldn't drink it. It was undrinkable, so I had to go pour it down the sink and make myself another one.
Oh, what's this mug you've got? It says Mystère.
It's a Cirque du Soleil mug that my mom had in the cupboard.
Oh my goodness!
Pick that one.
Cirque du Soleil.
I sent you a Pages document on our text.
Yeah, what is that? What is this Pages?
I tried doing the thumbnail for the because I was up this morning, so I tried doing the thumbnail with it, and I couldn't really. I don't know. You're gonna have to try to play around with it.
I could. Well, all I need is the raw picture. So just send me the picture of the mug.
That's what I will do right now. See, hey, this is how the sausage gets made, everybody.
This is how the sausage gets made. Ew. Like sausage?
Gross.
Yikes.
That is really gross sausage.
I don't think I'm into, like, I like the taste of sauce. I mean, okay. I mean, who
doesn't like sausage?
Who can honestly say that they don't like it? I mean, some people might say that.
Who among us does not like sausage? And who among us don't throw stones? Let's be honest. Isn't that in the Bible too? Who among us don't like a sausage?
I think it's in there somewhere,
It's in there somewhere.
but it still doesn't change the fact that that's Grody McCody. I mean,
isn't there a lot of food references in the Bible, like turn the other beef cheek, and
the beef cheek.
it's turn the other
I
cheek.
was already talking about asses earlier today. So my son, I already did this in the preamble, but I'll fill you in so you're not shocked. What did Jack talk about?
You already did a preamble without me?
Well, yeah, sometimes I do that. I used to do that. I used to
Yeah,
pull
you
out things
yeah, you used to pull things out. Yeah, I know.
and then I put that chest away. It's over there. It's hidden behind a bunch of other stuff. And I keep looking around like, what else could I talk about down here? But it's all just geeky stuff. So I don't know if that would translate so well. Anyways, I started off today talking about how my son the other day with our kitty cat, I asked him to clean the litter, and he said, "Dad, this smells like the devil's ass." And I just burst out laughing. Like whatever I was doing at the moment, I keeled over. I just died. And it was the way he said it. And then the other thing I told the other our spread heads this morning is that my son ruined the song "Every Breath You Take" for me.
Right. Yeah, you ruined it for us now too.
So, well, he ruined it. He's the one who started laughing. I'm like, what are you laughing at? He's like, well, what the guy says in the song. I'm like, well, what do you think he says in the song? Well, he's pooing hard eggs.
I'm a poo hot eggs.
Yeah,
I can't unhear it now.
I know. I
Every
know.
time I hear that song now, and it's been a
Yeah,
few times.
I like I like the fact that it's I'm a poo. Like
Yeah,
I'm a
it's the
gonna. It's like a
it
short
wouldn't
form
work.
for I'm a gonna.
Yeah, it couldn't work any other way. It has to be the I'm a poo
I'm
hard
a
eggs.
I'm a gonna poo hard eggs.
I'm a come over, all right?
Yeah. I'm gonna come over, all right.
Your son's developing quite the sense of humor, eh?
Dude, he thought of this amazing. So I had a friend of mine. We're driving and we're going downtown, K Town, going down to the market. And on the way down, we're trying to think of what would be a really silly and weird T-shirt. And so my son is like, how about this? He's like, you remember that Tim Horton? Do you remember that Tim Horton screw up that sucked so bad? And I'm like, what? And I was driving the Jeep and I'm like, what are you talking about? Like, what? He's like, well, you know how like when you go and you order something and then it's wrong or doesn't work out. And I'm like, oh, and I started laughing about it. Like,
It's like he's taking
remember,
the most low key disappointment in life and turning
yeah.
it into a t-shirt.
Remember that Tim Horton screw up that sucked so bad?
Remember when I had to send back the spaghetti at that Italian place?
And that's totally Canadian, I suppose, for all you folks out there. You may not know what Tim Hortons
There's
is, but
there's quite a lot of Tim Hortons in the States, actually, in those
I think
northern
in upper,
Vermont and Maine and
yeah,
New
close to the
Hampshire
border.
and
Yeah,
mm,
but I don't know if it hasn't really taken a hold in America like it has in
no,
Canada. Like
no.
it's
They're
not a
holding the
thing.
economic border pretty strong over there. They like their Dunkins.
The dunk.
Yeah, they like their Dunkins. So
Nice.
welcome to the show, everybody. It is episode 3 of the new season of Ugly Mugs. We
Hmm.
yeah, it's pretty early today, but we're gonna hopefully try to do a better show than we did last time.
I'm
Last time
feeling
we were pretty wrecked last
that
time.
was early.
Yeah.
Like
Uh,
way yo.
ugh.
But I'm feeling pretty. I'm a second cup here, so
Cheers.
go ahead, ask me some trivia.
We don't have any questions today. I do want to run through a couple of things I have written here.
Okay.
First, I wanted to ask you, what did you do last night?
Last night I had a friend over who's in my Icewind Dale game,
Oh, okay, cool.
and we were building terrain.
Ooh, you haven't done that in a while.
Yeah, we were doing terrain building. Yeah, so it's
Do you
kind of
have
neat.
any? I know this is kind of all of a sudden, but do you have anything that you can pick up and show us right now?
I wish I could transfer this call to the phone,
The phone, right?
because if
Right,
I could do that, I could just go look over there and you could see it. But
right, right. All
but
right. Well,
I don't. I'm not so.
that was a little disappointing.
So that's what I did last night. What about you? You went down to see your mom?
Yeah, we were here. Tracy and I came down to parents, and we hung out with my mom, my moms, My mom and my stepmom Diane, and my grandmother was here, the mayor.
Very cool.
She's like 94, so
Oh my,
it's always tricky
that's
hanging out with the
cool.
mayor because she's like, oh Sean, I love you. Oh, it's so good to see you. And then she'll like look away for a second, look back at you, and go, who are you? So it's a little tricky. You feel the love and
Aw,
then you feel like
aw,
pain at the same moment. So, but she's great. She's amazing. Um, my aunt Nick and my aunt Michelle were here too, so it was like a big family affair. A bunch of
that's
women
cool.
and me, so it was awesome, just the way I like it.
Nice,
Just the
nice.
way my whole life, right? My brother and I were raised in a lesbian household around all my mom's and my mom's all her lesbian friends. So it was like it
Nice.
was just normal, right? I was
Yeah,
like
of
hanging
course.
out just like normal. So,
Sweet.
um, but we watched the potentially the worst movie I've seen all year last night. I,
Was it the horror movie that where the a pair of pants come alive and start killing people?
isn't that the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants?
No, the sister. No, that's I haven't seen this movie, but I know of this movie, the Sisterhood of the Pants that
Of the pants that go with you?
went away
Um,
with people.
no, I haven't seen the movie with the pants killing people.
There's a movie
Uh,
about a pair of pants that comes alive. I've seen the trailer and it's pretty epic.
my mom, my stepmom Diane went to bed. She had to work early, so she went to bed, and it was just my mom, my wife, and I. And we were like, let's watch something on Netflix. I was like, I kind of wanted to watch Moneyball because it's on Netflix now, and I really
Mm,
love that Brad Pitt
yeah,
movie.
it's
And then
really
I'm like,
good.
oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's on here too. I'm like, let's watch that one. I love that movie, but it's like
You
three
think?
hours.
Oh, I thought you were about to say that you think Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was the worst movie ever
No,
made.
no, no, no. We
I
were
was
gonna
like,
watch that one. No, no, it's like one of the best
what?
movies ever. But it was too long, and then I was like, "Oh, Joker's on here, like the Joaquin Phoenix Joker," and I'm like, "Let's
Yeah,
watch that one." So I started it, and then I realized this is a pretty serious movie for
it's
us just hanging
really
out.
good.
And I'm like, everyone's kind of like tired of dealing with such serious subject matter all the
Yeah,
time,
yeah, yeah,
and I'm like, I'm like, turn it off. And they're like, why did you turn it off? I'm like, this is literally like a deep dive into a man's like
yeah,
delve into madness. So
yeah.
we might not want to watch this right now. So, so I
Right.
found something light. I put on, I put on He's All That.
He's
Um,
all that.
He's All That. It is the remake of the original 1999 teen movie She's All That with Rachel Lee Cook and Freddie Prinze Jr. and Matthew Lillard. This is Rachel Lee Cook's daughter, is like
Okay.
an internet influencer who is her best friend bets her
Wise
that she can't
choice.
turn a guy into a frumpy loser guy into prom king. So it's pretty much the same premise except
He is
way
all
worse.
that.
Yeah,
He
it's
is all
real.
that.
He's not he is all that. It's just he's all that.
I like data. I like the no contractions.
But he it was a really bad movie. The best part of the movie was at the end when they were crowning the king and queen of the prom. Matthew Lillard was like all of a sudden the principal, and he was doing the announcements of the prom king and queen, and that was the best part of the movie. He was hilarious.
Remind me,
Like he,
Matthew Lillard is our boy, right? We're
our
talking
boy Matthew.
Shaggy. We're
Yes,
talking
yes,
D&D, Beetle and
yes,
Grimm, the
yes,
ultimate guy.
yes.
Okay. All right.
The dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
SLC Punk.
Yeah,
Um,
SLC Punk. Yes. Right.
what a great movie, man. I love
I
that
love
movie so much.
Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
He's watching. He's watching.
I would be amazing. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. But yeah, he's a patron saint of D&D, Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so it was a horrible fucking movie, but we laughed so much because of all the stupid things in it. And I'm like, you know what? We haven't watched a dumb movie in a long time, and we should do this more often. Like dumb movies are fun sometimes, you know?
I, I think you should send a little note over to the producers and the directors of the movie and say, you know what? Thanks for making such a wonderfully dumb movie.
Yeah.
Like, I'm so glad your movie was so bad and
Yeah.
dumb and stupid and
Yeah.
like
It was
completely
great.
completely non-representative of a reality. Like it
Yeah.
was just
It really was like there was I mean for myself I was not enjoying it at all, but I had
yeah.
to enjoy it somehow. So I just pointed out all the
You're like
flaws and it was so
most
fun.
most vacuous characters ever. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I'm sure that my mom and my wife were like just eye rolling the whole time, like,
Yeah.
oh, here we go again.
Right, right.
Yeah. So
He's all that. Well, okay, you hit me with that one. I didn't expect
yeah.
you to be watching that movie.
I didn't expect that either. We will definitely not be potting about it.
You went from the Joker to she saw that.
Right. Yeah.
My son and I just watched the Joker the other day, and we're just like, oh, we just love that movie. I can't
So
get enough of it.
crazy. Yeah,
I just,
it's a heavy movie though, man. It's really heavy.
oh, dude, it's crazy how heavy it is. But like the soundtrack,
Oh yeah.
oh
Oh yeah.
God,
Yeah, everything about it's good. I'm
yeah,
I'm
the
uh
music is crazy.
I'm optimistic about the Batman. I want to see a detective version of Batman, so
Yeah,
I'm really hoping that that's what this is.
the I remain optimistic too about it because there were so many things written about it, and I just like whenever the media gets like running away with a story, like oh they're not getting the director and who's the cutie patootie, who's the guy in the
Um, Robert Pattinson.
Robert, yeah, so Robert and the director weren't getting along or blah blah blah, like whatever, like I don't want to hear that.
You know what's a really great detective version of a Batman movie is The Long Halloween, the animated one that just came out.
I have not seen it.
It is
Really good.
fantastic. Oh yeah, it's fantastic.
The Long Halloween. You know, DC is very consistent with their animation, aren't
They
they?
are very
Like
much so. Yeah.
they've treated Batman particularly
Hmm.
very, very well in
Oh
terms of
yeah.
all their material.
Oh yeah. So ever since the '90s, right? Ever since the animated series. So.
I wish I could say that about the film franchise, but
Mhm.
then I would have to ask for a refund from George Clooney.
Right. Right. And definitely get some interest on those armor nipples.
Hey, Mr. Clooney, you owe me $12.95.
I think maybe, I think I know why Batman in the '90s under George Clooney had armor nipples. I think it was because it worked so well on Friends that Aniston had
There were nipples on Friends?
well, Rachel always had nips out. Like there were,
You know, I don't really know of this. I'll need to give it another look.
well, there you go. um, so then so let's talk about the podcast for a little bit.
Yeah, yeah.
We came
Yeah,
out
we're
with
supposed to be talking about the podcast. Let's do it.
yeah, yeah. So we came out with
Oh, dude, this I was mentioning this
go
morning.
ahead.
Like, I'm just so excited about where we're at in
It's
words of
so great, eh?
radiance. I'm so excited
Radiance.
because I don't like what's going on with Kaladin and Adeline, but at the same
Hmm.
time, I'm like, Brandon, Mr. Sanderson, you're 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 brewing something slowly, and
Well,
he is
it's
brewing. This thing is going to be huge. That's
remember
my
how we
prediction.
remember how we
There's,
talked in the first book about how one of the for me anyways, I had mentioned a bunch of times, one of my favorite parts was when
mm,
we had these characters that were separate
yeah,
kind of intersecting a little bit, and
hmm,
now full on we've got Cal right in there at the sparring grounds
right in
with
there.
Adeline and Renarin. He's in meetings with Dalinar and all of his like generals, and like it's there, like all the stuff that we've ever wanted is right there. It's just we're eating the dish, but it doesn't taste right yet. You know what I mean? Because we still have a little bit of friction. Cal still
Little
doesn't
bit,
fully trust.
like, okay, hang on. I'm just having a thought here, which of course should have went in our podcast, but it didn't make it in because I'm
This
just
is
thinking
why
of
we
it
do
now.
the ugly mugs, right? So go ahead.
Well, okay, um, so Kaladin,
Preface it with the fact that we just recorded yesterday,
we
and
just
we
recorded
recorded
yesterday.
the first lesson that Cal gets from Zale at the sparring grounds. That was the
Oh,
first
Zale. So
episode.
I got I
Yeah.
got I got predictions about, or I've got feelings about Zale. I think there's something on there. The ancient eyes thing, um, the fact that he is confident that he's going to be training. Um,
You people
uh,
don't have the proper idioms.
oh, that flower. That's my T-shirt. That's
Right.
my T-shirt. Anyways,
Yeah.
so in terms of Kaladin, his impression of the Colin lads is not that great. He's looking at
No.
Renarin and going, I wouldn't give him a shard blade.
He's useless. Yeah, that's
He's
why would you
like,
waste it on
forget it.
him?
Like I wouldn't follow him into battle. So he's written off Renarin. He
Mhm.
looks at Adeline as a arrogant bastard, I think is what the words were in the text.
Yeah.
Um, so you've got incompetent, arrogant bastard, and then he still has his guard up about Dalinar,
Eh,
despite Syl's.
Only because Dalinar is such good, in quotes, good friends with Amaram, right? because they're close and they seem to get along really well, that has clouded Kaladin's vision of who Dalinar is. Like if you can be a
Mm-hmm.
friend, if you can befriend such an asshole, clearly such a bad person, then there's
Mm-hmm.
something wrong with you, kind of thing. So
Right.
yeah, there has to be friction. They can't be all just getting along
I
all the time,
know.
right?
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah, I know. I keep wanting the Stormlight Archives golden book version, the little golden book.
The Golden Book.
You know those little kids books that had like the golden.
Oh, yeah, the Golden
It's like,
Pages.
oh, and Adeline and Kaladin met,
And they hugged,
and they
and they were
and
best friends.
they went for some pizza.
Yeah, they went to Aladdin's favorite wine house, and they became best friends.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I know it's brewing. It's brewing. I think it's going to be huge. This thing. I don't know. I can't see Adeline or Kaladin backing down. There's only one thing that would unite them, and that would be a common threat, or that they.
Unite them.
Yeah.
Unite them. Oh, nice terminology. Never
Yeah.
heard that before.
That's littered throughout, and I still have no. I'm guessing that you know more about Unite Them, given that you've caught up to Rhythm of War
4 books, so
4 books. So I don't know if you know what Unite Them means. Like I don't know if you know that.
it's a pretty broad term. So
Right.
um but yeah, so we just recorded episode 13. So we are a little bit behind where I was expecting us to be in our recording, but that's okay. We've got some time. I have 2 weeks off in November, which I think that we're going to hopefully record maybe double
Yeah.
episodes that those 2
Yeah.
weeks.
Yeah.
We'll try to maybe squeeze in one bonus episode. And that's the other thing. We've been kind of slacking on our bonus episode recording, so apologies to everyone. We know that at first we had kind of aimed to try to do one every month, and life and just stuff got in the way,
Yeah.
and it's just hard to record all the time and do the research and do the editing with like families and stuff. So we are trying as much as possible to get content to you guys. It's one of the reasons why we decided to do this Ugly Mugs, because this is an easy thing. You and I would have talked over coffee
Because
on a Saturday morning anyways. So
you wanted to advertise how we look in the morning when we wake up.
right, exactly. We transparency, right?
Transparency.
But yeah, so the state of the pod right now is that we are at 39,500 total downloads, which is incredible. So thank you very, very much to everyone for downloading us on multiple platforms to make that happen. um, but yeah, so if I wanted to say something about the bonus episodes as well, if anybody's listening to this either on Patreon, on YouTube, or on the Discord, through Discord, please reach out and let us know if you have any ideas for bonus episodes you want us to cover. If there's anything that's like really cool that you have an idea. You know how Jack and I talked about like this whole Peter Pan thing, right? If you see something like that similar in these books, then you should message us and we'll take a look at it through that prism as well. And we can spend a whole half an hour, 45 minutes on it. So let us know if you have any ideas, because we love it when you reach out anyways. So
yes, for sure. I think we should do Dune is what I think we should do.
That's definitely a good one. I think that Dune might serve us better after
after this book, or after
the next book, maybe after Oathbringer. I'm just
wow.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, we can wait to do a Dune, but I've been catching a lot of Herbert things on my feeds lately, and I've been chewing on it a lot. So
well, okay. Herbert, I mean, he's more relevant now, right? Because Denis Villeneuve's Dune is coming out soon. So
I want to see that film so badly.
Yeah, me too, man. After Blade Runner, after the amazing thing that he did with Blade Runner, I
thought Blade Runner was excellent. Like I thought
it was amazing.
Really,
it was amazing.
Yeah,
it's Denis Villeneuve. He's not gonna disappoint us. I don't think. We're in this era now where
what else has he
really
done?
Await Arrival.
Arrival was excellent.
Prisoners.
I don't think I've seen Prisoners.
I think that's the one with Hugh Jackman, and I don't know if I've ever seen that one either, to be honest. Now that I say that. I say that with all the confidence, the movie Prisoners, and I'm like, hey, man, I don't know if I've ever seen that movie.
I'm the biggest Denis Villeneuve fan in the world.
Yeah, I have posters of Denis Villeneuve on my wall, except for Prisoners, because I've never seen that Yeah, so this week's episode we released episode 4 of Words of Radiance, and that was chapters 4 and 5. So that's Dalinar has the vision of fighting a thunderclast in the Pure Lake, and then Kaladin is at the meeting when he speaks up. Remember when he first speaks up at the meeting, and he's like, you have to take away their toys, you have to take away their weapons, and this is when Dalinar gets the idea of unlocking Aladdin's scabbard and allowing him to duel for shards again.
Yes.
So those were two really great chapters to cover. Really, really enjoyed them. What did you think of them?
Well, yeah, of course. I just think that it's all it's all about where it's going for me right at this point. That's all I'm focused on is, what where is this going? Is Shallan going to make it to
Right.
to the Shattered Plains? Like, is this I don't know. There's a part of me that would seem to think that she might not.
She's got some. I mean, we didn't really cover Shallan in this episode, but while we're on Shallan, you're right. It's not looking good for our girl Shallan.
I don't think it's looking good. No.
Smoke behind her, smoke in front of her.
Yeah.
She's kind of stuck in between these two groups, these caravans in the Frostlands.
Yeah, it's not looking good.
You know what is looking good though? We talked about this last episode. What is looking good for our girl Shallan is that she is learning about her abilities with Stormlight way faster than Kaladin did.
Yes, much quicker.
Yeah, so so that bodes well for her.
She's picking it up was because she had Yasna.
There
you go.
Yeah, and she's also not a slave and she is trying to survive right now.
Yeah.
And you could draw some comparisons in their journeys because she is with a slave caravan. She is staying in a slave's pen, even though she's a lady of the caravan.
Well, see, that's what I love so much about it is that unlike Kaladin, her cage is a
carriage,
a noble's carriage. Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
So there are some similarities, but clearly it's different as well. Yeah,
I love it. It's so perfect.
Yeah, it is really
great.
Cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, this week's episode we featured Connor's Thunderclast image, and it is amazing. It's so beautiful. He's been nothing but amazing with us and allowing us to use anything he produces. He's a fan of the show, so that really helps. Yeah, we just want to say thank you very much, Connor, and
thanks, Connor.
Hopefully we get to a point in our doing this show where we can afford to commission artists to do art for us, because that's the ultimate dream, to be able to just share it all, right? So
it'd be interesting to chat with the artists too, to just talk about how they see.
Well, that was part of the original idea, right?
Yeah.
The original idea was in the off season, in between books, we would have a 3 or 4 part series, and we would hopefully talk to Connor, and we talk to Lemery and the Cosmere, we talk to Botanic XU and all these people that we like and that we feature, and have them on the show and talk about their process. But like I said earlier about the bonus material, it's just so hard to do. It's hard to accomplish just the regular show on a schedule.
Yeah.
Whereas throwing in these extra episodes, like maybe when we're in a little bit, when the kids are a little older, and my kids take up a lot of time. They're still young. So
yeah.
So that all that said, we really appreciate Connor and all the artists that we are featuring, and we really appreciate the permission to use your art. We understand how hard it is that you guys work, and anything that we can do to help our artist friends, we would do. So thank you very much. I don't have much else.
What else? Yeah, I don't have anything else to add other than state of the pod is good. Like your
state of the pod is good. Yeah, we're doing well. I mean, as we're not
no,
but we've talked about this before. We're a very micro
yes
niche kind of thing, right? We're
yeah
people focused who talk about the Stormlight archive, in respect to how it relates to D&D as well. So like, where we've really narrowed our pool of people that we can get interested in this. But we get more listeners every week, and we really really love the fact that people like the show. So yeah, it's one of the nice compliments we got this week from Papino. Papino,
Happy no.
said that he found that Words of Radiance is even tighter than the last season. Like
A more polished show.
yeah, and I think it has to do with just you and I's comfort with the material,
Yeah.
and we're getting better at doing this just because we've had more practice. 1,000 hours
Sure.
or whatever it is
Yeah.
that they say. So
10,000 hours.
10,000 hours, is that what it is?
Yeah.
I
By
wonder.
by season 3, look out, people.
Well, I
Look
mean, I
out.
wonder how close we are to that, right? If we've done 44 and 12, 13, so
Oh, math. I'm out. I'll let you do it.
57, and each episode is an hour and a half. Hold on. Calculator.
Well, I could have
57
used a
times.
calculator.
We're only at 85 hours. So
85, that's all we've done?
that's, yeah, so 10,000 hours, we're not even close to that.
Oh my
We'll
gosh.
be done this series and
we're
we'll finally be experts
little
on.
baby
Yeah.
podcasters.
We're little
podcasters.
Kremlings. We're small Kremlings, just like
We are Kremlings.
we are small Kremlings. So the last note I think is that we have been posting the Zoom call to the general chat in Discord. So if you're interested in coming on and just chatting with us at the end of the episode, it's right there for you to be able to. The link will be right there for you. We've kind of done it a couple times now. We did it for the big live event, and then last week we had Sala from Australia come on, and like she asked us a couple questions in the chat. So if anybody ever wants to do that, remember, I mean, I know that it's really early and some of y'all are sleeping in, but if you are awake somewhere in the world and you want to come on and chat with us, we are here waiting for you. So we're right here waiting for you.
Was that who sang that one? Is that Rock?
Rock Voisin? No, it's not Rock Voisin. It's
who's did that one? Richard
Marks. Yeah, that's who it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear some rock.
Some Rock Voisin.
Yes. Love it.
All right.
Yeah, that's yeah, it'd be nice maybe to alternate maybe when we do the call, because then maybe other folks might be able to join in. Or did we announce this one in terms of like our time?
No,
okay, so that was our bad.
We didn't announce last one either too. We're just posting the link, and whoever can jump on can jump on. I mean, I don't want to make a big to do about it. Like I said, most people aren't going to be awake early enough to be able to join in and stuff. So yeah.
There could be other mug drinkers out there. There could
be other Mugglies out there.
Mugglies.
So Spreadheads for the pod and Mugglies for the YouTube show.
Good morning, Mugglies.
Good morning, Mugglies. Yeah, so that's it. I guess.
Okay, my friend. Well, we're recording when? Soon.
Oh, you know what? Let me just quickly check the Discord here to make sure we don't have a question, because I didn't even really look. We don't have any questions, I don't think.
Drat.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No questions. That's okay.
Nope, no questions for us.
That's all right. No questions this week. That's okay.
That's okay. Yeah. So yeah, that's it for the show, everybody. Thank you very much for watching. We are trying to put out more content. Sorry we rambled on about a bunch of
silly things early. It's my fault.
No, I mean it's what we do, right? And this is the whole point of it. So but yeah, so we appreciate you watching. We love you very much.
Yeah.
And until next time.
Take care, everybody.